Hi, if your teen ever says that you just don't understand me, then this video is for you. My name is Liana Sangridis, and I work at mindfulhealingllc.com. And I specialize in working with teens who have self-destructive behaviors, and I help them develop skills so they can have more effective lives. And today I want to talk with you a little bit about how to have better communication with your teens. One of the most common things that I hear from parents is that my teen just doesn't talk with me. They don't share anything with me. They come home from school and they say that everything is fine, that things are okay, that nothing happened, and I don't feel like I know anything that's going on in their lives. The thing is that teens have a really different perspective. Teens say that my parents just don't get me. They don't understand what I'm going through. They just don't, understand what it's like to be a teenager today. And so, what does it feel like, for the teens? And what causes them to have such a different language from us? Well, a lot of that is that as parents, when we see teens, suffering and in pain, all you want to do is take that away from them. And for a teen, that feels really invalidating. They don't want you to come in and save the day. They don't want you to fix their problems for them. And you feel like you have a lot of this great advice. You've been there and you just want to take that away. You want to share all of this knowledge and all of this that you've been through and let them know that everything is going to be okay. But they don't feel like everything is going to be okay. And so sometimes telling them that actually can feel really invalidating, because they just want to know that you understand what it is that they're going through, that you understand their pain, you understand their anxiety, and that you hear what it is that they're trying to say. So what is it that we can do about this? Well, the trick that I have for you today is to validate them. You want to let them know that you can empathize with them, that you know where they are coming from, what their perspective of the situation is. And sometimes that sounds like an easy thing to do. Like, okay, I can just say that I understand where it is. I can understand my teen's perspective. However, validation sometimes sounds easier than it is, because we can get a little stuck on the idea that maybe it might end up sounding like agreement, and we might not always agree with their teen's perspective. Sometimes teens are going to come home and they're going to say, I really hate school and I'm never going back. And it can be hard to validate that perspective, because we can get stuck on the idea that validation might sound like agreement. But validation is not agreement. Validation is sending the message to your teen that you understand their feelings and their perspective and why they are feeling the way that they do. So how do you do that? Well, for starters, we want to be silent. We want to listen to what they have to say. You want to let your teen know that you understand what they are going through. And in order to do that, we have to hear it first. And then the next thing we want to do is summarize and reflect. We want to hear what they say and reflect it back to them. So your teen says, I hate school and I'm never going back. We might not necessarily agree with that statement, but you can say that it sounds like, you're having a really hard time at school. Things must be really difficult for you. And you can even ask questions. So like, what is going on? What happened that's so difficult? What happened that was really hard for you today? Another thing that you can do is create a space for them that they can share their feelings with you and just sit with them, tolerate their emotions. Let it be okay for them to feel whatever it is that they're feeling, whether they are angry or anxious or feeling just horrible about themselves, that they can just unload all of what they are feeling, and that is okay, that you let them know that it is okay for them to be who they are, the way they are in that moment. And you just sit with them through the pain without trying to give them advice, without trying to tell them what to do next, and to just be with them and let them process their own feelings. And then after they've done that, you might find that they will actually ask you what you think they should do. So bear in mind that validation takes practice. And if you have any more questions about this, I would love to talk with you more. I will put my contact form in the comments below. Fill it out at your convenience, and I will be in touch. Thank you for watching, and have a great night. Take care.